If we're gonna finish our talk on memory lane, two names you're familiar with. Before Marcus Alexander Bagwell, before the Buff, there was Fabulous Fabian, and there
Yeah.
was that handsome stranger.
Oh God, that's two great ones.
Amazing. They're in the archives. They are on YouTube, so check them out.
Yes.
Please, who came up with those gimmicks, and why did they not take as well?
Um, the Fabulous Fabian, it wasn't that it didn't take, it just was owned by someone else. So the Fabulous Fabian was my very first wrestling name.
Oh, you weren't even under Marcus. You were Fabulous Fabian, first time in the ring.
First time in the ring, Fabulous Fabian. And Joe Pedicino is who thought of that character. And our company was North Georgia Wrestling.
Okay.
And it's pretty hard to be able to be in a company that you're automatically on TV. That's rare in the indie world. In the indie world, you just hope to get, in a few matches and learn and go from there. I was on TV my very first match.
So not a small house show, nothing. You're right on TV.
I'm on TV out of the gate.
Do you remember who your first opponent was?
No, but I remember I was the world tag team champion. First thing they did. I mean, not tag team, world champion.
Right away.
They made me the world champion right away. And you talk about heat. They talk about heat in the world of pro wrestling. I call it jealousy. They call it heat. But still, it was just like, oh my God, they're giving this kid the world title. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
But there wasn't nobody else that looked better. There wasn't nobody else that could work much better. Why not give him a chance? Why not give him a shot, So we used me a lot with Steve the Brawler Lawler, who trained me.
Yep.
And which passed away recently, which God rest his soul, but he died of COVID. And but still, he was a great trainer and taught me a lot. Back when you wasn't supposed to teach that kind of stuff, you were supposed to let us learn on our own, and learn on your own and be taught on your own. And but at the same time, he was a little easier on us and let us know a little more once he saw that that I had what it took. He backed off.
How long did you last as Fabulous Fabian, and then did you go straight to being the handsome stranger from there?
Fabulous Fabian was, I would say, a year.
Okay.
And then I went straight to the handsome stranger.
Okay, and walk us through that one. Please tell me you came up with that
one. Believe it
one.
or not, Demolition Bill Eadie is who thought of handsome stranger. One of the toughest, baddest guys in the planet. Bill Eadie thinks of the handsome stranger.
He played Axe, right?
Yeah. So, Of course, you don't argue about who you are at that stage. You're just glad you got a position, you got a place, and you do your best job you can. And so we were literally going to be the third biggest company. There was going to be WCW, there was going to be WWF, there was going to be GWF. And GWF just couldn't hold on because of finances. And WCW, I got a call one day from Magnum TA, and he said, look, Dusty's got an appointment with you tomorrow. And he wants to meet with you. And I went down and met with Dusty. And I said, Dusty, I said, look, I said, they want me to come down and do another TV taping. I said, look, bro, I said, come on, man. I said, I'm past this. I said, and I know I'm past this. I said, let me just come to WCW now. And he was kind of against it at first. And then he said, you know what? He goes, I think we can make it work with your name being Marcus Alexander Bagwell. Use your real name, which I was against all the way. but he really wanted to use my real name.
Interesting.
And he wanted to show people that the rookie, the little young rookie boy, could hold his own in the business. And how he used me was every time Sting had a world title match, his partner would beat my brains out. And then he would come out and make the save on me. And that built up heat for their match.
Yes.
And it set their match up. And so I filled a good void. Here I am rubbing elbows with superstars. And at the same time, I'm helping them set up their match, So it worked out tremendously good. And it worked very good. And Sting loved me. He was a great guy. I love him to death to this day.
Still going. Still going.
And he's still a man. And
Yeah.
I still love him. And it just worked out that way to where I was kind of like Sting's little protege. And so they used it that way, and that's how we worked it. And we went that way, and it worked.
So when you showed up to WCW, the handsome stranger was buried. It was done. He never came back.
Well, they tried to buy it from Bill, and he wanted to sell it, but he wanted to sell it for $50,000.
How much did he want at the time?
He wanted 50.
Okay.
And Bill goes, Ted goes, look, bro, who else are you gonna get to be the handsome stranger that looks as good as him under a mask, and everybody know he's still good looking? Come on, man. Come on. Let's just call it like it is. Let's make it 25. And he goes, no, 50.
And in today's numbers, that's probably equivalent of like 200-300.
Yeah. And so Ted said, forget it. We don't need that name. He's over. He's going to be over enough. His real name. So they did. We used Marcus Alexander Bagwell, and that's what we used, and it worked.
It's funny, you had the Zorro mask and everything, but looking back now, the top hat beats the Zorro mask any day of the week.
Oh yeah.
And in reality, when you look at a lot of people now, when they're jumping between different companies, when they leave, they don't get to take their name with them, and then they have to find a whole new persona. I think they did you the biggest favor in the world because they let you be you.
They did.
Yeah.
I never had to do the formerly known as. They give me my name. I owned my name. But don't get me wrong, I was a little bit of brains behind that too, to buy my name and own my name. But still,
and you own Buff.
They could have easily made a stink out of that if they wanted to.
Yeah.
But the bottom line was, I owned Buff Bagwell.
Thank you for enjoying today's episode of the Chosen Life podcast. Go ahead and hit the subscription button below and the notification bell to catch all of our great shows. And remember to contact the Chosen Lawyers when you are ready for your next real estate and commercial transaction. Go to kormans.ca.